Welcome back to Talk Smack with Mac MMA. I'm pretty excited about this one. I have a reoccurring guest, people. This doesn't happen too often in the young days of Talk Smack with Mac MMA, but I have my friend Ryan ready to get on this podcast, talk some shit, and express how he's going to feel with his upcoming fight at Cage Wars 52, April 29th. Ryan, what's up, man?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I can't complain. You know, it's a beautiful day outside. It's a little windy, but it feels fantastic in Las Vegas right now. So I'm pretty happy. I'm cheerful.
Yeah, yes. we're in Ottawa, so it's not so cold right now. It's starting to warm up finally. All the sun's on. Yeah.
What is the temperature like out there?
It's like around 10 Celsius today.
So what is that, like 50, 48, around there?
I have no idea. A light jacket. There we go.
I pulled that guess out of my ass, so hopefully I'm right. Who knows? Anyways, man, you have an upcoming fight April 29th. I was going to ask you, you've been an amateur for a while now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is like your 10th amateur fight, right?
Yeah. Just want to make sure we're ready. The plan will be to do pro fights eventually, but just don't want to rush into things. Make sure it take time to develop. Yeah. First fight was probably March 2015, I think that's right. Mm-hmm. So a little less active during the first part of COVID than we would have hoped, but yeah, it's been going well so far.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like, why rush into becoming a professional? You know, when you have an amateur, that basically, when you turn pro, that shit doesn't matter anymore. So if you take some lumps and losses and you're growing and you're learning and you're becoming a more complete fighter, why fucking rush to become a pro?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's nice. So over this span of the last 7 years, how do you feel like you've grown as a fighter? Or let me be more specific. What area do you think you've grown the most?
I'd say probably just being calm, not letting like the heat of the moment get to you.
Yeah.
I partially die with interviews.
Yeah.
So I mutter all the time, but just probably staying calm when things come at you and learning to adapt, and the weight cut and stuff like that has always been very smooth. So from start to finish, that's always been easy. But trying to add more skills to the skill set, and learning how to break down opponents and adapt to what they're doing. And like you said, because I've got so many fights as an amateur, it's interesting to see, or talking to the opponents after they said, "Oh, we watched your videos, we playing for this." So it's fun to try to like watch the old fights and see like, okay, how would we fight myself? Like if we were matched up against myself, like what could we do? What weaknesses can we see? And kind of use that as a tool to grow and kind of pick out weaknesses from all those fights.
That's nice. So if you refer back to your previous fight and say, hey, you know, my wrestling wasn't really on par that day, then you could kind of use it as ammunition going to camp and say, we're going to wrestle the entire time. And when this next fight comes, we're going to wrestle this motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's one hell of a way to think. And I think one thing that I've been noticing, one thing that you brought up was composure. When I'm talking to these younger guys that, hey, I just had my first fight or my second fight, they're like, man, when the cage closed and we started, it was kind of like my emotions overtook me. And, you know, I kind of forgot about it, a lot of the training that I put in and the time that I put in. And it was more like just reacting and try to just fucking take this guy's head off. So after having 9 amateur fights and, you know, 7 years of just mastering your craft, that composure is going to be there.
Hopefully, yeah.
Now, I'm sure no matter what, you're going to get those butterflies and be fucking nervous. How do you react to that now, or how do you stay calm?
I would kind of just expect to be nervous. So if you weren't nervous, then something's probably wrong, or you're not taking the person seriously enough. But just like expect that you're nervous, use that to stay sharp, but know that you put in all the work and prepare for the opponent as best as possible. So that's kind of all you can do at that point. Yeah.
And I'm sure confidence goes a long way too.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you are nervous about something, hey, this is...
Yeah, my coach is here. He's going to slide on.
What up? How you doing, coach?
Good. How are you?
I can't complain. I'm Mac. You can refer to me as Mac, or you can call me Levi, whichever one. But this Talk Smack with Mac. I appreciate you joining us. You're just sitting here talking about composure and confidence and shit like that. And one thing I wanted to bring up, your opponent, April 29th, Alex Gluzman, I just talked to him, really cool guy. He seems really well-rounded as well, and he's been in the amateur scene for a while. So it seems like you two are going to be a really good matchup, and it looks like this is going to be both your guys' or towards the end of both of your amateur careers.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty strong opponent everywhere. We had the fortunate opportunity to have fought one of the opponents he fought before. So as soon as we got the name, we recognized because we were watching that video, like that fight, from a different perspective, watching the guy he was fighting. So it's kind of interesting watching that same fight back, but looking at the other person. So that was kind of cool. Yeah,
I could only imagine. It's like I know what's the guy's name, Poisson or something like that.
Poisson, yeah, French.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, how long have you two been training with each other for?
I just met him last week.
Last week? What?
So, we're brothers, so yeah, our whole lives, yeah.
Oh, that's your brother?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man. I feel a little slow now. All right, so are you a fighter as well, or just a coach?
Just coach.
Just a coach. So how does like the brother relationship interfere with the coach, trainer and fighter relationship?
I think it works pretty well. We've always gotten along, and yeah, there's no real no issues there.
Yeah, I feel like both of you guys know each other really well, so you know how to push him, or how to get the best out of him when you're training without pushing it too far.
Yeah, and you have to be careful with Ryan because he tends to break, and he's a bit of a crier.
I was gonna say, are you a crier? Good shit. So, if in your eyes going forward, when would you ideally like to see Ryan turn pro?
As soon as possible. I just need money. So I'm just going to throw him in the cage, No. Collect the check and go home.
Yeah, check him off a little bit, right? These amateur fights aren't paying shit. We need a little bit more money.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you feel like there's like a specific thing that you guys want to be able to achieve before you do make that decision to go pro?
Nothing in particular. It's just about feeling confident because MMA is such a dangerous sport, especially with head trauma. So we just want to make sure we're ready before we jump to the next level.
Yeah, I respect that. So one thing you did mention before was a weight cut. You said the weight cuts have always been smoothly. Excuse me. You said the weight cuts have always been smoothly. How much weight are you traditionally cutting, like in camp, and then like I guess the days leading up to the weigh-in?
Oh, no, not too much. So yeah, these ones, like some of the events in Canada are same day weigh-ins. Mm-hmm. So when I was first starting, that was a little different, right? Because you can't do like a water cut and stuff like that. So that one I would usually fight at 45. But this time, or all the Cage Wars ones and the US ones, it's nice because it's more like the pro feel, and you get used to going through that process. So I don't cut very, very much weight, but it's always quite easy to get down to 35.
Yeah. Do you feel like there's obviously an advantage to weight cutting and getting down, being as small as possible, and then rehydrating and trying to attain what strength and cardiovascular endurance that you have? But do you think it would be better if most promotions in MMA went to a same day cutting or same day weigh-in? Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. Same day could be quite good. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, it depends because there will be fighters that cut the same amount of weight and just hope they can rehydrate, mm-hmm. which is dangerous. Of course, you get knocked out when you're dehydrated. So it's a bit of a, are you willing to take the risk that fighters will get hurt or trust them that they'll cut less weight? It's hard to say.
Yeah, I don't really like the whole idea of weight cutting. I mean, yeah, I get it. You get to go in there and try to take advantage of the rules and regulations. But at the same time, you're putting yourself and other fighters in jeopardy because you're trying to have an advantage on your opponent. It's like if you just show up at your natural weight, you're more going to be more hydrated. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be faster. You're going to be able to attain a lot more energy. it just seems like the right thing to do versus, hey, let me try to cut 25 pounds in these last 2 weeks. That's absurd.
Yeah. Yeah. When you have somebody with a complete lack of skills like Ryan, the weight cut is very important, you know?
You got to get them extra pounds on them guys that actually know how to fight, huh?
Exactly.
So I believe I asked you this before on our last podcast, but I don't quite remember. When did you get started in mixed martial arts?
Well, we were into when we first started, like way back in like Japanese jiu-jitsu, and then we did some wrestling in high school and stuff like that. But then really, really into it was like a little bit before my first amateur fight. Then it started to get more serious instead of just training for fun, basically. Like kind of missed the competitiveness of like the wrestling tournaments and stuff like that, and then did a few grappling tournaments, but really fell in love with MMA.
Yeah, putting it all together, and it's really self-satisfying. I do a little bit of training, nothing compared to you guys, but you know, like you said, just for fun, and going in there every single day, I feel like I grew as a person. Even if I go into jiu-jitsu and just get absolutely fucked up for an hour and choked out over and over and over, it's like sitting in my car, I feel like throwing up a little bit. I'm actually absolutely drained. I'm like, God damn it, man, I feel pretty fucking good about myself. Drive home in silence for a little bit. If you can go back to day one, is there any advice that you would give yourself?
I don't think so. I'm pretty happy with how things have gone so far.
No, I love hearing that. That means you've just been embracing the journey the entire time.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice. So April 29th, Cage Wars 52, you got a fight coming up. Is there anything you would like to tell your opponent? Alex, like I said, Alex was a nice guy. You're a nice guy. Seems like all fighters are nice guys. But if there's anything you want to tell your opponent, man, this your time.
No, just thanks for taking the fights.
That's what you said. The same thing, man. You fucking Canadian guys are just so nice. You're up there just sharing fucking flowers and telling people have a good day and shit like that. Bless you. No, man, I could dig it. Well, anyways, Ryan, I appreciate your time. And I'm sorry, what's your brother's name? What's your name?
Tim.
I appreciate your time as well. April 29th, Cage Wars 52. You're about to fucking slang and bang. And I'm excited to see the true, complete skills that you have. I know some of these bigger guys get in there and they're just fucking throwing hands, trying to take heads off. So it's going to be excited if this fight goes to the ground, how your jiu-jitsu looks, how your wrestling looks, how you're, everything. Protecting yourself on your back, stand up, throwing hands, throwing kicks. I'm excited to learn some shit from you. And
we've only been training headbutts, so let's.
Yeah, most of the camp has been spent trying to find an extra small cup for Ryan. Youth small.
Don't worry, one of my little cousins, he just started playing football. I'll give you one of his.
And then when we're ready, we'll be good to go. Yeah.
I appreciate your guys' time, man. If you want to plug yourself on social media or give any shout outs, it's your time.
Okay, I'm pretty boring, not on social media. Thanks to everyone, especially the Tim for all the training and everyone at Pathway Jiu-Jitsu, our gym, and all the support from the family and friends and my girlfriend too. Yeah, that's about it.
Fuck yeah, man. All the trainers and trainees and the girlfriend. I could appreciate it. All right, man. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in a couple weeks, and good luck in your fight.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right, brother. You have a good one.
Thanks.